money misfits and market maniacs. Welcome back to Financial Funnies, the show where the S&P 500 climbs, Cracker Barrel crashes, and somewhere in between, Microsoft accidentally outsourced the Pentagon. I'm DEMIThe, guiding you through the chaos with analysts, sarcasm, and enough optimism to keep you tuned in. Let's dive in. First up, the markets are flexing. The S&P 500 has hit a brand new all-time high of 6,500 after US GDP growth was revised up to 3.3%, the best quarter since 2023. Wall Street's calling it resilience, Main Street's calling it a robbery. This rally looks strong but fragile. Inflation or weak earnings could pop the bubble. Enjoy the highs, but this market has stamina of a 2-week juice cleanse. Moving on, the trade wars. President Trump has slapped 50% tariffs on imports from India, punishing them for buying Russian oil. Now Indian exporters are scrambling and the WTO is crying into its tea. This may push India closer to BRICS, weakening US influence. Tariffs are the financial equivalent of fast food, easy, flashy, and guaranteed to cause indigestion later. Next up, if you haven't heard, Cracker Barrel spent $700 million on a brand new makeover. 6 days later, Backlash forced them to roll it back, wiping out $143 million in market value. Fans hated losing the old-timey logo, and the whole saga turned into a culture war sideshow. Investors are rattled and the brand's identity crisis is far from over. You don't erase nostalgia, you bottle it and sell it with biscuits. Coming up, crypto and Washington are officially holding hands. The US Commerce Department is partnering with Chainlink to put GDP and inflation data on chain. Smart contracts will now panic as fast as CNBC viewers. The outlook, a legitimacy boost for Chainlink and a win for government-sanctioned DeFi. Crypto's gone from rebel to intern at the Commerce Department, and that's bullish. Shifting gears, for the first time since 1996, global central banks hold more gold than US treasuries. That's right, shiny rocks now trump America's IOUs. The outlook expects central banks to keep stacking gold, weakening US debt credibility. Gold bugs finally get their day and will never hear the end of it. Now over to tech. Microsoft is in hot water after letting Chinese engineers handle Pentagon cloud systems. The DoD ordered an audit because apparently Clippy can't handle espionage. The outlook, oversight will tighten, but Microsoft keeps its Pentagon crown. My opinion, outsourcing national security? That's less cloud computing and more cloudy judgment. On the political front, a Wired expose revealed influencers were pocketing $8,000 a month from the 1630 fund to push talking points. It's less activism and more content subscription. This could spark new rules on influencers funding. Politics isn't grassroots anymore, it's OnlyFans for policy. Next up, Ripple just invested in TazzaPay, a Singapore firm moving $10 billion a year. Quietly, XRP is embedding itself into Asia's financial infrastructure. The cements Ripple's foothold is cross-border payments. Forget Wall Street's adoption, the real action is happening in Singapore. Switching to Canada, VersaBank is testing a US dollar tokenized deposit. Think of it as a bank-issued stablecoin, but with extra maple syrup security. The outlook, more banks will follow, pushing out unregulated stablecoins. Crypto wanted to destroy banks. Turns out banks just decided to cosplay as crypto. Heading overseas, Ant Group and Standard Chartered are testing bank-to-wallet cross-border payments. In short, goodbye middleman, hello instant transfers. If successful, SWIFT's monopoly gets shaky. When Beijing and London team up, Wall Street should sweat through its tailored suits. From gold to silver, Saudi Arabia's central bank just bought $70 million in silver ETFs and miners. More central banks may follow, diversifying into silver. Silver's like the forgotten middle child, until it shows up to Thanksgiving with a Ferrari. In Seoul, the Bank of Korea upgraded its GDP growth to 0.9% and inflation 2%, but warned about spiralling housing debt. Growth is fragile and housing could derail it all. Korea's housing market makes Manhattan look like a Groupon deal. Around the world, BRICS nations are ramping up de-dollarization, while currencies like the Vietnamese dong and Iraqi dinar remain under pressure. Dollar dominance isn't gone, but the cracks are widening. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and the dollar's still wearing Nikes. Next up, 91% of banks will adopt ISO 20022 by November 2025. It's the plumbing upgrade for global finance. Tokenized assets and CBDCs will benefit big time. It's boring, it's technical, it's revolutionary, basically the Linux of money. And finally, Ripple's new UBRI report highlights research on stablecoins, DeFi, AI governance, interoperability. Yes, universities are now writing white papers that sound like DeFi Telegram chats. Ripple shapes the narrative, strengthening institutional credibility. If professors are mooning over DeFi, crypto has officially graduated. Now for the rumour mill, and this one's a whooper. Claims are flying that Iraqi dinar is suddenly worth or going to be $8 each, and the Vietnamese dong is $6. Here's the reality. $1 equals 1,460 dinar. That means 1 dinar is worth less than 1/10 of a cent. $1 equals 24,000 dong. 1 dong is worth about 400th of a cent. The analogy, in Vietnam, 24,000 dong buys you a soda. If this rumour were true, the same soda money could suddenly buy you a brand new car. That's how absurd the leap is. No confirmation from the central banks, IMF or FX markets. If currencies could jump like that overnight, I'd be paying my mortgage with monopoly money. Oh, we might do. What was that? The Zim? I don't think so. And that's a wrap on Financial Funnies. From the market highs to silver buys, from tariffs to tokenized banking. We've laughed, we've learned, and hopefully you'll leave a little smarter than you came in. If you want bonus content, check out my Patreon. That's where I drop live market updates, scam alerts, hacker news, safety tips for staying online and securing your crypto, and even a step-by-step guide on how to open and protect your first crypto wallet. So whether you're trading stocks, learning the basics, or just here for the laughs, stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, in finance, comedy is free, but ignorance is expensive. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I shall see you on Monday. Unless you're on my Patreon, there'll be continuous updates. But for now, bye-bye.